facebook.com/Badeggi Radio 90.1 MHz FM.
I wish you well. I wish you well.
Here we go.
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Badeggi Radio 90.1 FM.
We the best.
Now you can stay connected with the People Station everywhere and anywhere online.
All right, a very wonderful and beautiful good morning to you. Yes, the beautiful listeners of Badeggi Radio 90.1 FM, the People Station. It's another brand new week. Yes, a brand new Monday again in the month of July 2026. And the studio time check right about now is 7:34 this beautiful morning, and it is time for that your wonderful and favorite breakfast show. But before then, how was your weekend? Hope you had a very wonderful weekend. The weekend that had its ups and its downs, and also the World Cup was there. We also had over the weekend, last week, we also had the burial of the spiritual leader, the former spiritual leader of Iran, I beg your pardon, also talking about Ali Khamenei. Yeah. Yes, my name is Sani Abdullah OG, and I will be your rider on the program this morning. I have Mr. Apaya and IG in the studio. Good morning this morning, gentlemen.
Yes, good morning everyone here, and good morning to beautiful listeners out there. Believing that you have had a very bright and promising weekend. Good morning once again.
All right, good morning, gentlemen, and good morning, dear listener. Welcome to the program.
Yes, welcome. So, real quick this morning, gentlemen, we've been having a renewed spate of violence across the state capital, over the past week, going into the weekend. We also had stories of miners, a mining boy who lost his life somewhere around Samande, New Market, that is Tunga Sabuntiti. I beg your pardon, Tunga Sabuntiti. Somebody lost his life again, and we are not saying is it little by little with all the gains being happening, but we are seeing a sort of not resurgence though, but a pocket of violence here and there. What's actually going on?
Yes, actually, the state's security apparatus on their toes. That's how it has been, especially here in Chenchaga, with the Chenchaga local government chairman, Dr. Alihiri, and his security committee have been on their toes, making sure that the state capital is, remain peaceful. They are doing it. But we are seeing more of instability outskirts of Chenchaga local government, mostly. For example, Gurara area, that is after, if you're going on your way to Bida Gurara, and then also an interior Gurara. After Gurara, the area there, I've forgotten the name of the area. So over the weekend, there have been attacks here and there. Boys from Gurara will be attacked. They will also go outside again and also make their own attack. And then yesterday, they came around Gurara area and started macheting people. One man was just sitting down making call, and then he was macheted, and according to the story we had this morning, he has been taken to Abibi Specialist Hospital, and he's probably going to lose one of his legs. And it's unfortunate that as they are doing that, they are also stealing people's, because as you run away, leaving your shops and the rest, they go there and loot people's property. They are taking jerrycans of palm oil, and also a woman selling rice and gari. You are not selling the gari, you just mix both, and then I don't know why you are mixing gari and rice in one bowl and putting them in a bag and taking them away.
And you go and you know, it's better. It's easier to carry it like
I don't
that.
know, but
than you
what
go and
I'm
separate it.
seeing is this is an influence of drug. When these children, because most of them are youths, they are small boys. The maximum is 25, and they are the ones doing this. So I am hoping that Chenchaga local government, including Boso local government, will have to probably have a joint task force with the security and fish these boys out. They are known individuals in that particular area. They are known. Especially there was a video early last month on TikTok of some of these boys threatening people's life, calling some names that they are, except the mother is going to give in Hausa, literally translated that your mother will have to give birth to another.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's and it's on social media here in state capital. So what I'm saying is,
Alright.
can the state police, or excuse me, the Nigerian police force swing into action, look at this video and see how they can fish out these boys,
Alright.
and then make them an example so that others will learn from it.
All right. We wish they would, because we were still here when somebody threatened anybody who doesn't vote for.
That's
Yes, and nothing is being done
Yes,
about
exactly.
that. So that is a yes. But we wish that you know, because we've been, like I said, Mr. Paya, we've been seeing good records. We've been seeing great wins in terms of insecurity in the states. But this issue of mining, and also what we're announcing, because me, I had that issue of mining. It was mining fight that brought about this one, you know. And looking at the gains that the Nigerian security and civil defense force have been making, you know, in these past 2 days in their fight against this illegal mining going around in the state. So, but again, if we are continuing to have illegal mining, looking at the larger picture in the country, in the state at large, how can we solve this insecurity issue? I'm bringing this insecurity issue this morning because, Mr. Paya, it is seeming as if we are listening to this thing, we are hearing it from far away. But if it goes on like this, God forbid bad thing, it will come to our doorsteps.
Yeah, it's already here.
You know, if you look at the recent communal clash in the states, it's becoming alarming. And like we have always said on this radio, without due respect, the nonchalant attitude of the government towards addressing the issue is one of the things that is giving those perpetrators the impetus to continue with these nefarious acts. There was a communal clash between good people of Gaba when some of the locals of Gaba were brutally murdered to the extent that you know, the issue got to the courts. Finally, the issue culminated in court sentencing those people to death, to the greatest dismay of the good people of Niger State and that of Gawa, only for the government of Niger State to grant them clemency, amnesty, pardon them. Where is it in the Quran, in the Bible, and even in the contemporary constitution we operate? Where has it been said that a murderer should be pardoned? So you are directly or indirectly encouraging act of murder, killing. That is one. After that, there are another part of communal clashes here and there that is being unreported. There was a time we had another one in Edati, another one between good people of Kitso and Poto. That one too consume life. We have another one in Bogu, in Lavon, that is that of Gaba, and we have in Show. Now it is Rafi. The massacre that is going on in Rafi local government area in between Kamuku people and Fulani is disturbing. Niger State is battling with very, very serious and disturbing insecurity. Bandits, kidnappers, Laukurawa, miners are all now on rampage in the states. Unfortunately, the chief security man of the state is nowhere to be found. What is happening between Kamuku people and the Fulani is disturbing. At least sometimes when you have the presence of the government, not only ordinary government, the top echelon of the government coming to show its presence at the scene of the incident or the misfortune or fortunate situation, it now gives the people the confidence, it gives them respite, it gives them the belief that the government is aware of the happenings and the government is on top of its game. So much so that if the presence have a lot of connotational and intentional meaning to the people, but by the time that this type of massacre is going on, and you did not see the chief security of the state either making official statements or coming to identify with the people, to show his presence, to have that sympathy and empathy for the people, then give them the assurance that the government is not going to allow the issue to be swept under the carpet. Government is going to take drastic measure. Anybody who is having that, this notion of towing the part of those ones who have carried out that thing will now have the fear that yes, the government is going to be humane and is going to be ruthless. But nothing has happened.
All right.
It's unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate, and we hope that something is going to be done about this particular issue. Also, away from that, Mr. Paya, real quick, I want us to take you to the foreign scene before we bring it back to the Nigerian scene, because the funeral of the former Iran supreme leader has been bringing a whole lot of, how would I put it, religious questioning and connotation into it, because Ali Khamenei has been dead for over some 2-3 months now. And as a Muslim, he's just being put to rest. That was after 125 days. And a whole lot of people are saying, but in Islam, we are supposed to see somebody, being buried immediately. So are there any, kind of, I don't know, maybe we have to get a malam to explain this, what really happened. Because some people were saying that, some people were of the thought that maybe it was because of the war. When there's an active war going on and, you want to bury such a high status person, it's going to bring a whole lot of people together. And, this can serve as a soft target for anybody at the end of the day. Because we even saw Trump tweeting yesterday during the process. He was saying that if he likes, now he can throw bomb down to that place and kill all Iran's supreme leader. All Iran leaders, I beg your pardon.
I think that's a wishful thinking. He will not even dare that, because if he does that, what they saw was just a tip of an iceberg. If he does that, because after doing, he's not even gonna do it. But just as I said, Trump is always a reckless person. He says things that he knows he cannot even do it. So, and he should do that. You will see what is going to happen part 2. The part 2 will be worse than what is happening. And let me tell you, if that happens, all Gulf countries will have to evacuate, because that place will not be convenient for them anymore. And Israel too will probably, I think we just last one that happened, they started flying out of Israel, going to Europe and Cyprus and the rest. So this one, they will not even have the chance to even escape Israel. And it's not even going to happen. So let's put that to rest. For the issue of him, the supreme leader being buried now after a while, I think it's if that's what they want to do, let them do it. You do your own part as a Muslim. Let them do their own part. If someone dies today, in the next 5 minutes, you can decide to bury him. Go and bury him. If somebody else decides to keep his own corpse for eternity, I think let them do it. That's none of our business. But if we start poking nose into certain religious acts, I think people, I'm not an Islamic scholar. Understand what I'm saying?
That's why I said we need a malam to explain this to us.
See, I don't think we should.
Yes.
Let them do whatever they want. It's their life. It's their country. As long as they're not hurting anybody, I think that's okay.
All right.
In the first place, Trump is a sociopath. That is number one. 2, is somebody, he has no respect for others. That is one. Secondly, he's having psychiatric issues. So, and you can see, and that is why there is incoherency in Trump's, media statements. He said this thing today, the next minute he changes. So forget about Trump. What happened in Iran? They're talking about the funeral of the supreme leader of Ayatollah Al Khamenei. Well, we were not going to drag into that issue because it's Islam or religion. Why we're having problem is issue of interpretation. You understand? And you only do your act of worship based on how you understand the religion. But Islam is one, the religion is one, the teaching is one, but there are different interpretations. That is one. Secondly, the little I understand, this dead body have been described in different language. Every language has its own description. But the same person died Islamically. You're supposed to be buried without watching most of the time. After confirming, you have to confirm first that that person is dead. Then you prepare, and that is why even in Hausa they call him gawa, from the word gawa, akasamu gawa. You understand? Different languages. That's how it is. Burying person without watching much time. But this is Islam, and like I say, there is a lot of school of thought.
Yes.
That I believe, but Ayatollah Khamenei is a Muslim. He died as a Muslim. In fact, he died as a what do you call it? I've forgotten the
Matter.
As a matter.
As a matter.
Yes, it doesn't matter. Yes.
So, and we pray that he so rest in perfect peace since he died as a Muslim. So whatever they do, some certain things you go and answer it before God. That is why there's going to be a day of judgment. Whatever we are doing, we have done. We're going to answer. But again, in Islam, Allah does not allow you to worship God without knowing who is God. First, you must know God, so that in the day of judgment, you don't give any excuses. So whatsoever we are doing here, that is why we have the Quran. We have the Malams to tell us the message of God, what has happened, and what you do to have reward, what you do to be punished, and all that thing that's going to await you in the hereafter.
Yes, the Lord is our strength.
Amen.
Yes, all right. Then away from that, let's go to some stories on the newspaper headlines, as we have on the Daily Trust. The bold headline here saying the pressure to make it before 30. Yes, there's a current pressure going around the country right about now, where we see a lot of youth now, Mr. Paya, wanting to drive the latest Benz, wanting to live in the biggest of mansions, wanting to go to Abuja every other weekend, wanting to fly to Qatar every other month, before the age of 30. Not even at 30.
It's a time.
Yeah.
Well, also ila lisan, God has talk about time. When time comes, you begin to see things like this. So it's normal.
So it's normal. People don't want to. It's just like somebody who is crawling and he doesn't want to walk. He just want to start running.
What I mean is normal. Is the dynamics of life is normal. God have vowed. Allah wants what to look at.
Yeah.
So starting see to time will come. This is just a matter of end time. This end time that is bringing this. People this day don't want to work and they want to be rich. And that is the more reason why. Are you not surprised? Are you not surprised? Somebody yesterday who is nobody. Is when I mean is nobody. Is nobody. He has nothing. So he has not a millionaire in his account. Given opportunity to be at the helm of affairs. Tomorrow he become multimillionaire.
Sure.
The next this thing he become multi-billionaire. You begin to see people gather farms. These farms are not ordinary farms. The ordinary farm we know where you go, apart from harvesting
you till the land,
plant, whether
so you are going to do any animal husbandry,
yes,
say maybe cows,
Yes. But now farms have turned to heaven. You go to farms, you'll be surprised. If you are going to bush, but you get into the main farm, you'll be surprised. You see fleets of cars. You see banks, see markets, what you cannot see even in the over area, you see in the interior bush interval. So farm have now been turned to something, and this is because people are gathering what they cannot even, what would not even benefit them in life. Don't you see the Azani Alisa Maduke after siphoning trillions of naira meant for Nigeria, go to the Europe, go to British, stash it there. They now begin to hold her for some time to buy time. After holding her for unnecessarily, you understand? Now they come, came out to exonerate her. If you exonerate her, has Nigerian government exonerate her? Did she steal your money?
Shall
Is
not.
it your money?
Why are you helping us to try?
Why are you helping? Hand that over to us. We will give her, present evidence to her
You know.
that the money she have stole from Nigerian coffer, is it her father found money? Did they do magic to get money? All those resources, where did she get it? So, you know, the British is a place where Nigeria go to. They will you steal money. These are places, a hiding place for you.
Yeah.
But after stealing, at the end of the day, if you steal 1 trillion naira, you cannot enjoy 1 billion naira in the in those foreign land. 1 billion naira of the money you stole, you cannot enjoy it.
You go ask, so where you get them from?
So why don't you even come to Nigeria? It's Nigeria that you steal people's money. They know it's a public fund, public money, but they will still celebrate you. They will give you titles. They will say, you understand? Begin to celebrate you, give you professional treatment after stealing our money. We'll still, so why don't you, so that at least you know that you are going to face with double things.
Exactly.
There is judgment here on earth and the judgment hereafter. There is life here and the life hereafter. So why don't you enjoy your crime so that you go and answer for your crime in the hereafter?
Yeah.
Come into Nigeria. This is where you steal money and enjoy.
Yeah.
Because you see somebody who steal public money, he will still take lawyers and they will grant him special treatment.
Yes, no.
You understand?
Yes, no.
So why don't you come and enjoy
you go and see
the
no
process of your steal here, so that when you go to hereafter, it's hellfire that is waiting for you. It's true now. That's what God said. I'm not going to say it now.
Exactly.
It's not my saying. It's God saying. It's there on His all scripture books.
It's all on the scriptures. Yeah, that's
So-
not steal and the like.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Now, IG, coming back to issue of 30. Now, don't you think even family pressure is also causing this?
That has been on my mind. That's what I want to say, because
Yeah.
see, making it before 30, parents are also contributing to that. Because if you go to primary school or even starting from nursery classes, you see parents wanting their children to skip class from they want the after nursery class
double promotion.
They want their children to, from JS1, they want their children to just go and write junior WAEC or whatever. By the time they get to SS2, they want them to go and write WAEC. And before you know, they are now pressurized, telling these children that there's no time, just go. And you are building a mentality that I have to be on the fast lane. Yeah, I agree. The world is moving fast. Everything is moving fast. If you don't move along with it, you'll be left behind. But we have to take it one space at a time. If we show our children this is how it's done, because one person does it, we also want to do it. And this is why parents are now telling, don't you see so boy? He's the one taking care of his house. He's starting taking care of his mother. He has bought his mother a car. He has given his mother business money, money to go and do business. This, that. And before you know it, your neighbor, your street, everybody is already looking for fast way to get money. And by doing so, I remember I watched a video. One man was telling us then, during their time in secondary school, and that was the reason why some of them refused to go to school. Because that was when they say 419 started. Some of them were dropping out of school to look for fast money. And he's now saying those people that were running out of school to look for fast money are the ones coming to them now to be begging for money. Because all the money they got are nowhere to be found now. And they that went to school and took their time to study and start work are the ones benefiting today. So
let's have interview
all right.
for just stealing money.
Courtesy of Baba. Baba just sent in a particular music
for those
who steal money.
public fund.
Yes. So this is courtesy of Baba. Please take a listen.
yanzu ina taba turo yanzu ga ka in baka cikin kawo da yara a mai maka kowa ya riga kawo sai ya ce magana banza da yi ai shi ya tuba wurin Usman na gulma ya tuba wurin sarkin musulmi in ni kwanaki da sata ga kai ne ya tabbata ba sata ya kai ba ne ce wallahi kale ni na zaki ka ba son to karata sai ne sai yaro da ya kalangu ana ta gini ina zabe sai ni zo ga kana zaki nake na zaki na ji sata ka aje ta ka ce ka tuba na zaki shin don ka tsira ciyama ka aje ta ko don ka kara daraja ka aje ta ko don ka sake suna ka aje ta in dan ne ka tsira ciyama ka aje na nace to kuma kai sata in ga ma gobe kiyama inda zaka ba sauki za ka yi ba ka ce ka littayan ka da wuri hadisa bai rai a rubuta na ce wallahi hannu makwabta an diga musu ban ka lillahi yin kana za ba magana wata ka rage kiɗin nan ni ce na za ki tsaya dai yau haɗa ma na sakwato in ka zama limami na sakwato in ka zama malamai karatu tun da ba ka zama sarkin musulmi ba sake da raja za ka yi ba na zaki barawo za a ce ma to mi a ranar barinka sai ce to wagga da kace ka faɗa min gaskiya ta ka faɗa min kayan kowa ban tabawa ina yi ta yawo yanzu sakwato bibin dan banza a ce ina faɗa ma to na zaki ina son tambayar ka duniya ga Allahu gaban za ya aje ta bai aje ta yawan sizin kwabo ba mai kwanta yana hauka yi wauta ko sabrowa ba rikwanta ai watanni ba iyaka yanzu har da da shelton ga shi ne ni ce in kai Allah ya ba mulkin duk duniyar ga in kai ka faɗi ko ya riga iyan ka ba wani suna za su yi ba sake daraja za su yi ba uban su barawo za a ce mai tuni a ranar barin ka ya faɗi sai nan ba ya yi tsoki ya ce ya ce ba don ya tuba wurin sarkin musulmi ba ba don ya tuba wurin usmanu gurwa ba shi ne sata bai sara na barin ta ba sai ce to zo iya sata an ka kami ya an ka kai shi wuri sarkin musulmi ya ce da na kuma ya ba ce mai ga dan gatawa na zaƙe wata kuma za ka tsoro inda kuma ya duniya ta ai kai ka gama kuma tun daɗe wato sa'adda kana yaro matashi don ko suruci na yi ya ishe ne sai ɗaure tuke in kwan da yara ana mishi kuwa a wace kuma za ya tsoro in ba kuma lahira ba ai ka gama kuma to sa'an nan sai wata kuwa ya cira sama ya tsallewa da zanne ya jayi ga bumijin kudu wai tuba ta tashi yanzu mallami da zagin do kaga kai ne ya bada hoda ya ga galba ta ba ton sallah a kai ba mu kai wannan mun baro amma kin kauci dan bakin ciki audu kana kake da nan Umar duk waɗanda ka sata na san suna ƙasa saura shagure na wai na guza yake na tambi guza ɗan an gwabe na ce wallahi guza kai cokanka duran da guza ya ɗauki ɗan jaba sarkawa na kashe kan nan sai ce ka da ji gambo ai in ka ga guza ya ɗauki ɗan jaba habba kada ya kai ga kai ne wallahi guza bai kai guza ba kaji waɗanda ka sata tsabatan gobe su a sata su sun ka gane ta kai rage kiɗin nan ai ba ga ya za kana ba maganar banza da wani kana ta kashe wata da gaske sai ya ce ne in ya taso zai ɗauke ƙoto ya ce da zaren ƙoto da ƙujiyar da a cike da karu ya ce gamu gaba ɗaya za a haɗe wa ‘yan tarje ya yi kwance in babba kabe na duba dube ka sana bagara ba su ba gaba na tuna ja titi kwarare amale mai kada gatoran makwabta na tabbata Allah bai barin bawa aman kashi na bari ne wata rana an ta sai kasuwar guni ni dai ina tsaye kai ko kashe kowa ka cewa babu guda mai kawo ceto ina tsaye sai ni ba da bai haka ko ni aka yi in babu ceto ana wahala ko ba mace ba don ana ta bugu ne kai yana tsaye bugu haifa da kwance ko kashin wani su amsa kai ta tare dutse gaban ba na ga tare mai hakan na likita ya dauko gado na ɗakin jinya da an ka kai ba likita na da wa ciki ne.
Yes, and that was Gambu. Gambu.
Since we are talking about stealing, okay, making it in life in 30s, but if you want to make it by force, then you will have to steal.
Exactly.
No magic, because I remember this popular, so let's say quote from James Adu.
Okay.
He used to say there is time to be born and there's time to die. In between it is a privilege to live. The privilege to live to the glory of God and the privilege to live to the glory of humanity. If you have choose to live to the glory of God, then you have to wait for God's time. If God say tomorrow, it must be tomorrow. You can't force God.
Yes.
But if you want to live to the glory of humanity, then you go do magic now, you go do juju now. Waiting supposed come tomorrow. You go bring on today and now. But not without consequences. There is no glory of humanity that does not have consequences. Even here on earth. So those who want to make it by all means at less than 30, they should prepare. But God, Allah, she kun fa yakun ne. He can start it happen, it will happen. God can enrich you at any stage of life.
Sure.
But mostly, God's things come gradual. Even if it is prayers, you don't just pray and it's happened now, because we've seen the prophets. There are prophets, messengers of God that God has sent unto their people. Despite all what they do, they will pray. God accept their prayers, but God will delay it to sometimes. There is a wisdom
See
in
their
that.
patience.
They are patient. So that's how God does his own things. If you want to make it in life, you have to be patient too.
But
Don't become a leader today. Tomorrow, you can begin to see what
You're not
somebody
gonna change.
cannot gather in 1 million years.
You know.
You gather it in a month.
All of a sudden.
yes, that's up. But before, Mr. Jolo, before you continue, we are not saying you cannot make it at 30, because the world is changing. Source of incomes are coming differently, like online, like you're building games, social media, content creation, and all the rest. Yeah, if you go into these ones, they are definitely okay, like software development and the rest. So AI, using AI to build certain things, yeah, you can do that. That one, it fetch fast money. But the other way, yahoo, or stealing government money, so these ones are the ones that I'm sure even your parents know that it's wrong. But if you continue to do it, that's your own.
Okay, so real quick, talking about Yahoo, it will interest you to know that Oyinbo don wise now.
Yeah, sure.
Oyinbo don wise now.
So
It go hard make you feel wine Oyinbo now, make you send you money. I no go lie for you.
it is difficult to that. Yeah,
It is very difficult. I won't lie to you. It is very, very difficult now. And that is why I'm telling people should tell their children. Mr. Pai, it is a scary thing that I am saying. Let me borrow Baba's language today. What I am saying is not good for the youth of Nigerians, most especially the ones that are going into Yahoo. Because we must say this thing here this morning. People are now going into Juju. And the Juju that is being done now, it is blood money, strictly blood money, Mr. Paya. And one thing with this thing is either you go or you run enter market.
so.
One must happen. Is either you go or you run enter market last. And I wish that people would just be serious, because like IG said, things plenty out there that you can do that is going to give you money today, okay? If you know hear this one, where they talk this morning, I'm talking in pidgin so that people go hear this morning. Leave Yahoo alone. There is a reason. Oyinbo have wise. They are no longer paying unless you will do juju. A word is enough for the wise.
You see, the missing point is from home. You know, we have different point of socialization. The home, the schools, the other institutions are all, but home is the primary agent of socialization. It is the home that produces the child to be a very good ambassador of home, and to not to constitute nuisance to the society. If you produce a good child into a society, it's going to be productive. But if you produce a bad child, it's going to be, constitute nuisance to the society. Gone are the days when we're coming up. You don't dare bring anything strange into the house. Even common person, if you go, but our parents check our bags when we are coming from school. They watch our movements, and we have a kind of parent that doesn't waste time in dealing. Every action, there must be consequences. They don't take time. You understand? But you see parents now, they are the one encouraging child. Somebody come up with something strange, you don't care. A lady who doesn't have husband, she's on her own. You know, son, bring iPhone. You bring these certain things. Parents are encouraged. Instead, they applaud.
They applaud you, yes.
Your child don't arrive. At the end of the day, you see what in your eye.
No one see you.
No one see. So we're using this video to call on parents. Please, that moral bankruptcy that is existing, you have to do something very quickly, because it's the one that is now escalating. That we are having all this banditry. All this banditry, I don't know human being. There are people who are within the society before they decided to go out of the normal society to go and form their own society in the bush. It's unfortunate.
It's very, very. And anybody who enter bush don't turn abnormal with that.
Sorry.
Exactly. All right, away from that, let's go to the People's Daily newspaper. As we have the bold headline saying, FG6 probe of a fresh killing of Nigerians in South Africa. Yes, we had the issue of 2 Nigerians again killed, yes, in South Africa. over the Nigeria. In fact, Africa must go. You know, say
No, I think the deadline they gave us.
it has elapsed. It was
has
30th of last month, so it has elapsed already. But some people are still staying their ground in the country, saying that they are here legitimately, they have their papers, and they are doing their businesses legitimately. The government know them. They are not illegal migrants, so them they can't go, because where are they going to? To what are they going back to?
You know, we saw a video of Nigerians who put themselves together in a particular street, and then you see plenty of them carrying weapons, and then also South African protesters also from another street waiting, and then police in the middle. But Nigerians are telling the South Africans to come in and then come and chase them because they are also ready to also fight back. So the problem is this: I think South African government has shown its back on other African countries, and Nigerian government has been quiet, not taking drastic action, because we expect Nigerian government to also take a drastic action, even if it's by sending the South African ambassador back home, that this is not acceptable. Nigeria is claiming to be big brother of Africa, but right now it is quiet. It has its tail under its two legs. So the thing is this: you can imagine Nigerian government asking for compensation for Nigerian businesses that are there, because a lot of Nigerians who have businesses there have left these businesses behind, structure, houses, and the rest. And Nigerian government is now saying, give us compensation for these houses and the businesses that Nigerians are leaving behind. And then the South African minister said, we are giving you nothing. We're not going to give you anything. So what is happening? And now it has resulted into killing. Yes, I expect there to be, bloodshed, because South Africans that are protesting had weapons, and if you resist, definitely you'll be attacked. And this is what is happening. Where is AU? That is African Union. Where is ECOWAS and all the regional unions that are supposed to come and condemn South African government? But none of these unions have done this. So, for example, if Nigeria, I can guarantee you that Nigeria has the largest population in South Africa, apart from Zimbabwe, who are their neighbors, and even them, they are already moving out. So I am there doing my business, and then suddenly you ask me to move. And to be sincere with you, by the time Nigerians leave these shops, they are being looted. They are being looted. And all the businesses that are there, some of them, South Africans cannot even take it. I've seen a video where they are being interviewed. These people you are telling to leave this country, can you take up their businesses? And also, I have also read online about companies that are now looking for workers because of the movement of South Africans that are moving out, and there are no South Africans that are coming in to fill in these spaces in these companies. So now unemployment is still high in South Africa, despite the fact that the companies are having space. Some of them will just want to sit down and be paid. They are saying go to social country, go to Dubai. The citizens are not working, and this is exactly also what they want.
All right, Mr. Paya.
There is a lot of dimensional, arguments to this. You see, number one, if you are calling on governments, is it the same government that cannot protect your citizens inside the country?
Inside its own country?
Is some government want to take drastic measures? Don't you see the shenanigan that is happening with the government? The government that even within the presidency, there's a whole lot of blow onto the big image of the country. Of agencies being created inside presidency, money appropriated, a lot of shenanigans, and see how they have reduced themselves to media trial. That is by the way. So that government, don't expect they're going to do something beautiful. And for the people who are in South Africa, well, sometimes you go out for greener pasture. If your country cannot provide for you, yes, you are a human being. Human beings are naturally, naturally you aspire. You don't sit, you aspire, and then the course of that aspiration, you have to move from point A to point B. This is human world. You have to move around the world so that you can have the feel of the goodies that your country cannot provide for you. So I'm not blaming those who go to South Africa to establish. If God has blessed your fortune, you make it there. It's become your home. So the only problem now is South African government that you can say that deliberately behind the camera are the one supporting this thing. You're calling on ECOWAS. Is it not the reason why Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali decided to move
get
out of ECOWAS.
Yeah.
What do you benefit from? What benefit do you stay in ECOWAS? There's not any benefit, because at the end of the day, when you are in terms of need, they are not there for
Not
you. ECOWAS, AU, all those African Union organizations, they are so active during the military regime. It was during the military regime that all these unions are very productive, very active, proactive in terms of coming to assist any member state that has issue. But now, during this democratic dispensation, what has happened? Nothing. And that is the way, the reason why you see even those who are opted out of ECOWAS, they feel they attempt to be doing better than when they are with ECOWAS.
Yeah.
You understand? So because you have your own destiny. Oh, I don't. But unfortunately, South Africa must understand one thing. If they allow this to continue, it will get to a point that they too have their own nationals elsewhere. We have a lot of nationals, South African nationals in Nigeria. They have a lot of business fortune here. Not only here, other African countries. And you can see the little solidarity that African countries did against South Africa in the World Cup, to the extent that they were begging and calling on fellow Africans to support them. But God showed them paper. They happen to be the first African country to be eliminated. That has gone down well in history. So if they allow this to continue, there's going to be another solidarity. This time around, it's going to be political, economic, and whatever solidarity. And South Africans have forgotten all the record or all the history that was not be put before them, that Nigeria happens to be the most instrumental country that he helped them during the apartheid South Africa, during the period of apartheid. We helped them to power, to be freed from the colonial, enslavement, and whatever we've done to them, they have seemed to forget that.
Yeah.
But time shall tell.
All right, time shall tell, and we hope and pray that will tell real quick. And away from that, let's go to some more stories still on the headlines, as we have IMF claims incorrect and no shadow budget, according to the Ministry of Finance, coming from Taiwo Oyedele. So for listeners who don't know, yes, IMF posted sometimes last week that about 8.8 trillion naira of Nigerian money was not included in any of the budgets, that these monies were spent irrespective of the budget. So but now the Ministry of Finance is coming out to say that is bogus, and they didn't do anything like that. Mr. Baya, would the IMF lie? Before we get to this, first of all, do you think the IMF would lie about something like this?
In the first place, it was IMF who threw Nigeria into
This wahala.
prison predicament we find ourselves. If you are a country that is endowed with both human and capital resources, but you decided because of your greed to be a beggar in your own house, what then? Tell me, even though they say no country of the world lives or survive without foreign loan, without taking loan, fine. Yes, they say most advanced country, even the United States of America, is having.
They have debt.
Yes, its GDP, a lot of its GDP depend on foreign loan. But that is by the way. Everybody has his own destiny. Even if we have to borrow, must we engage in this mind-boggling borrowing when we are endowed with resources? I always say this thing, and me, it's an open challenge. I say no country in the world is as blessed and endowed as Nigeria. Because it's only in Nigeria that with 36 states we are having in the country, there is no single state you cannot go and have a trace of resources that is capable of holding the country as its economic hub. No country, no state. So a state in Nigeria is equivalent to a resources of any other country, many country of the world. But yet you still go out to borrow. You still have to excuse your citizens to gather money to run for government. You still have to remove subsidy, even when you don't know where the proceed of this subsidy is going. You still have to go to borrow outside after Obasanjo have come to remove that bottleneck to go and beg
to forgive most of our debt.
shamelessly. We have to go and prostrate, beg that our debt should be forgiven and it has been forgiven, then who took us back again to that mess? We have enough and we are still borrowing. So IMF, if you borrow money from IMF, if you deal with them directly, they will be dictating to you what to do. They will be telling you what to do, and it's going to be detrimental to your own development. And that is why you see, with all the huge resources, we could not able to harness it and put it into the developmental project that we take Nigeria to promised land. No good roads, no. Up to this moment, we are still campaigning to provide water, campaigning with electricity, campaigning with building roads.
The basic,
the
barest minimum.
And that is why if you have a governor who come and do the Dorido to do little project for you, start celebrating him. You see a governor coming to say a building flyover, and because you have a gullible followers, people who don't go to school, people who don't know how things are being done, they keep celebrating the governor building flyover where there's no traffic. And by the time we talk, they ask you to keep quiet, to shut up. With what resources? How can you start a project that you cannot continue? And that project you are doing, for who are you doing it for? Whom are you doing it for? And what is the economic benefit of that project? You need to ask all these questions. In the foreign country where you borrow money to do projects that will generate revenue. You don't borrow money for recurrent expenditure. You understand? You borrow and fix it to where it will generate money. Okay, this rail trade project they do from Abuja to Kaduna, we all appreciated that because we know it's going to generate money.
How far our own Kano to Mina now?
That one, until you get another government.
Did we hear that they said they were going to do Kano to Mina for us now? What happened to our Kano to Mina?
That one, newspaper promise. So what we are saying, in essence, the borrowing, the person who borrows to construct rail project, to do rail projects, compare it with the person who borrowed to do flyover. Number one, you are not hosting any international event that you say, okay, because of tourist attraction, you are likely going to have resources for that particular period of time. After that, until you are hosting it again. With the person who do rail project on daily basis, you have people already queuing on the line, struggling to buy tickets, struggling to give you revenue. But this one, so that is the problem. IMF will always, mislead you. With all due respect, they are misleading you. If you are gullible, if you don't know what you are doing, they will mislead you. And that is why we find ourselves in the condition we are.
Is it not the same IMF that Nigerians flooded their page on Twitter, telling them not to borrow Nigerian money again? And after 2 weeks, we saw them releasing another tranche of loan again to the same Nigeria again.
The IMF will continue to do what they'll continue to do
business.
What they are doing. But one thing I want you all to understand is that IMF it's an European, or should I say American thing, an institution. They will do what they are going to do, and there's a limit to what they are going to do. If they find anything not going on properly, they will say it. Do not think because they control the economy or they control the leadership of the country doesn't mean that if they say something wrong, they are not going to say it. IMF will say it, and they will say it out. And now that's how they are able to find out about this. 2% of our GDP, that is 8.8 trillion naira. You can imagine what that money will do. So what happened is that money was spent out of the budget. The money was not included in the budget. So it's like getting money from FIRS, bringing money from customs and other agencies that are generating money for the government. So before you now put all this money together, you now remove some out of them. That is what just happened, that according to IMF. So now the problem is this: according to IMF, they say they are going to use this money for something to develop the country. What are you going to do with 8.8 trillion naira that our eyes cannot see? If you say that's what you have used the money for, tell us what you use the money for. 8.8 trillion naira. It's not even possible. Despite the fact that the naira is undervalued, believe me, if you spend 8.8 trillion naira in this country, we will see what you've done with it. Even if it's weapon that you're buying, even if it's the road that you're constructing, even if it's the farmers that you are giving this money, even on education and the rights. 8.8 trillion naira. Tell us what you've done with it. If you can't tell us what you've done with it, but unfortunately, this is an impeachable offense. it is an offense that it's war that can make any president leave his seat, because the National Assembly is supposed to start moving a motion, come and explain or impeach the president. It's an impeachable offense because it is money that has not been appropriated by the National Assembly. And if you spend money out of what the National Assembly appropriates, definitely you expect a reaction from the National Assembly. But another unfortunate thing is that this is a National Assembly that is going to eat food.
I have to say, you're dreaming dreams on this junction.
That's what I'm saying. Unfortunately,
I have to say, you're dreaming dreams.
That's what I'm saying.
junction.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
this assembly cannot do it because it's an extension of the executive, and whatever executive does, even if it is a function of the National Assembly, it's a thing that can be swept under the carpet and move on. So that's our National Assembly.
All right, welcome back from your dream from the dreamland IG. All right, they're taking it forward. We have Almajiri Commission earmarks 8.4 billion naira for road project. Yes, the National Commission for Almajiri and Out of School Children Education earmarked 8.4 billion naira in the 2026 budget for road construction, which is outside its statutory mandate. Details of the 2026 Appropriation Act shows that the commission was allocated 22.82 billion, comprising 21.68 billion for capital expenditure and 1.14 billion for recurrent expenditure. The agency also budgeted for several other off-mandate projects, including the procurement of ambulances and medical equipment and the installation of solar power facilities. The projects are located in Ogun, Ekiti, and Katsina states. The commission was established by an Act of Parliament on May 27, 2023, under the supervision of the Federal Ministry of Education, and its mandate is to tackle the challenge of out-of-school children and reduce illiteracy by integrating formal and Quranic education and skills acquisition into its curriculum.
How does 8.4 billion naira amount for road project? How does road project take away ordinary Almajiri from the streets? I'm looking at the Almajiri Commission is primarily meant for the Almajiri, this commission. And the Almajiri Commission is primarily meant for Almajiri.
Yes.
So,
yes.
How does road project strictly for Almajiri?
Yes.
Then where is the correlation? There is total incoherence in virtually all the policies and programs of this government, with all due respect. Where is the economic team? Who is advising this government? They are making money, the commission. They are making money for road construction. Then what is the correlation? Does the roads bring literacy into the Almajiri? Does the roads bring food to their table? See, what we are seeing in this government, we are seeing some few individuals trying to do something that will benefit only them. Okay, this one now can be linked with the shenanigans that is happening in the villa now about this Adeyemi,
the Phantom Commission,
and the money that is being appropriated to his agency.
Yes.
And you can see the drama. 400 million naira
200 million
initial payment.
400 initial.
With the balance of 200 to secure the appointment.
Yes.
After securing the appointment, 1.3 billion naira was budgeted, and another 27 billion naira was in question, where the person who gave him the appointment, which is the chief of staff, according to him, is demanding his own cut about half of the money, and
more than half.
He's saying no, and the whole drama started. Again, there is another issue of Ebola. Ebola have not come, but money has already been appropriated, and all of us, the chief of staff is the chairman of Ebola, and we only hear about the money, but probably you're not going to see Ebola coming, except if you want to force it. I am telling you, Ebola will not come. Except if you don't force it, it will not come. Inshallah, it will not come. So you can now see You are talking about Ebola that now come. People are dying. Bandits are killing people. The military, the troops are crying of not having firearms. When you can even go to black market and buy a firearm for them. This is the biggest Ebola in the country today.
Yeah.
You have not make deliberate attempt, but this one that is coming does not come. That you are even forcing it to come. Don't you see what happened during Corona? The chief of staff, the late chief of staff of the president, Abba Kyari, who surprisingly went beyond his bounds to go and contact Corona. And you can see how calmer. I'm not mocking the dead.
No, he will
But
not.
that's what happened. Because he has no business going to Germany then.
He was not the minister of power now.
He was not the minister
He was
of
not the
power.
minister of power. So,
So what business have you with Siemens?
yes.
And the Siemens you talk about, what has happened? You see any green light from Siemens? Have we been able to surmount electricity problem? You went and at that time there was even emergency, the Ebola whatever was inside his own care. So is it what this chief of staff is trying to emulate? There are a lot of issues hanging on Bajabian Miller. So this one now cannot be free from that one.
No.
Almajiri Commission, they are making 8.8 billion to construct roads. There's not any correlation now.
Not at
It's
all.
unfortunate.
It's actually unfortunate that the aim of this commission, I want to say God bless good luck Ebele Jonathan for bringing this commission.
Yes, we must commend God.
Yes, God bless him. But the unfortunate thing is this: he has brought out a mission to reduce out of school children, and now we now have individuals that are sabotaging the mandate of this commission. By what? By going into road construction.
You say it well. You have your problem.
Yes.
A stranger come to solve your problem.
Yes.
After you have left, your own brother
Yes, is now coming in.
coming in to say
To
no,
sabotage that your
we're not going
problem.
to solve that problem.
We're not gonna solve- no, we'll do
We
something
need that
else.
problem. Is it not Buhari who took over from the Goodluck Jonathan?
Yes.
Is it not the north that is suffering for Almajiri?
Yes.
Do you see
What-
Almajiri in Lagos, in Enugu,
What did he
in
do?
Bayelsa?
Well, instead of him to strengthen the commission so that they can focus on their mandate, the mandate is make sure that Al-Majiri, the Quranic school, and the Western education are put together and provide things with. Just like they said, the mandate is to provide classes, learning materials. Yes, if you provide solar for these schools, it's a nice thing. Computer and all the rest to make the learning very easy. But for God's sake, what brings about road construction? Road construction. Is it? Can we ask question that it's probably a way to siphon, or is it going to be used as a conduit pipe for siphoning public funds?
Of course.
Because you have no business in dealing with road construction. And if you look at the project that they are going to do, they are small projects. But when you bring in road into it, it's a mega thing now.
Okay,
it's a mega
IG,
thing.
we need to take a breather right
Please,
now.
let's go.
Yeah, so we'll be coming back to continue this particular one.
Badeggi Radio.
You're not going anywhere.
We'll be right back. We're going on a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Ga wata muhimmiyar sanarwa. Sun Home Technology na gayyatar al'umma zuwa shirin duba lafiya kyauta da wayar da kan jama'a game da kiwon lafiya, inda za a samu damar ƙarin sani kan yadda ake rayuwa cikin ƙoshin lafiya tare da gwada na'urorin Meridian Therapy, wata na'ura da aka ƙirƙira domin taimakawa wajen samun nutsuwa, inganta zagayawar jini a jiki da tallafawa lafiyar jiki ga baki ɗaya a matsayin wani ɓangare na rayuwa. Tawagar Sun Home za ta kasance a gurin domin amsa tambayoyinku tare da gabatar muku da nau'o'in kayayyakin kiwon lafiya da walwala na Sun Home. Ku ziyarce mu a ofishin Better Health is Better Wealth, tsohon gidan abincin Rashida a kusa da Landmark Bakery titin Shiroro, Mina. Don ƙarin bayani, ku kira mu akan 0700-3131-5629 ko kuma 0811-1771-6254. Sun Home Technology, don inganta lafiyar jikinku. Sanarwa Sun Home International Company.
Commercial's over. More music.
Now. Hi, this is Rihanna.
We just keep the hits coming.
I love it all.
More music starts now.
Now. Badeggi Radio.
Badeggi, 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 Badeggi Radio 90.1 FM.
All right, the listeners are welcome back. Yes, we had to go pay that bill real quick. So, IG, you were saying something, but again, I want to ask this question. Don't you guys think the chief of staff should have been relieved of his duty by now so that he can fully face investigations?
Yes, what is happening is that in the same crime, we expect him to personally to say, okay, let me not even tender, let me step aside on that responsibility, on that role of being chief of staff to the president, and let an independent body come in and do investigation, because a lot of things are coming. It's one scandal after another, one scandal after another. So what are we saying? If this continues this way, although it will continue, because it doesn't look like anything will happen to chief of staff, because it's the eyes of the president, and if it's not there, what do you think will happen? So in a same climb, we expect him to step aside and let an independent investigation team come in and investigate all the scandals that are happening there. But unfortunately, this is Nigeria, and this is what we are. This is now a reality, a living reality that we'll have to continue to be living in. So let's see what is going to happen.
Let me tell you, I'm an advocate of we having conversation with whosoever is going to become president. Not even president, even governor, elected positions. Let's continue to have conversations so that we can begin to know them more. Peter Obi has been speaking now of recent. He has been outspoken. He has been speaking.
That's why he has
been maintaining his stand on so many other national issues. Now, when Buhari was about to leave power, Tinubu told Nigerians so many things, but Nigerians took it for granted. They believe he's a doer, like I said, and he's going to do it. They believe he's a Democrat. We're going to have true democratic opposition. We believe he has been fighter of democracy, so we took him by what we used to know him before. We didn't update the knowledge. And this is why if you see Peter Obi speaking every day, he's trying to update the knowledge so that let's be very sure what Peter Obi tells us when he was fighting, contesting last year, and what is going to happen now. And what he told us last month, and he stand this month, whether there is change, so that as the life is dynamic, as people support him yesterday and they see change, they backtrack. Like Kenneth Konko was with him yesterday, and today he was with Atiku. So that let's begin to have this conversation. I'm saying this against the back of the fact of what is happening to the chief of staff, to the president. When Buhari was about to leave, Tinubu said we're going to continue from where he stopped. And we all know the story in the villa. We all know how Abba Kyari, the then chief of staff, was a superman in the villa. So much so that he appeared sometimes to become even more powerful than the president. The cabals, we all know what happened. And the same reason why Buhari's integrity was at a point being doubted by many Nigerians who believe in the integrity of Buhari, well, because of the activities of the cabals. So we are now seeing, yes, our leaders, we are taking them by their words. Tinubu, some promises, all is coming, because first it was Emilio Khan. So if you really understand the Emilio Khan, a country that is meant for millions of people, but somebody say it's his chance, he's going to take it. And that's why that's, slogan, you still vote for him. And when you see the president now unilaterally do certain things, why should he be surprised? And the same president has promised that we're going to control from where, and the shenanigans, the buying and selling of appointment in the villa during Buhari was glaring and obvious. And we are now seeing a replica. So it's a continuation of government. So it is now left for Nigerians now to, at a just pause, have a rethink, think very deeply about happenings in the country. These leaders, what they used to tell us unconsciously, why don't you consciously chew and digest it, take it to the laboratory, their statement, and subject it to all these laboratory tests, so that we see what lap are we going to receive if we vote these people into power. Look at what chief of staff of the president is doing, and nobody could call it to order. Who called Abachari to order then? Is there any human being born of a woman who dares does that? So that is what Bajamila is showing you today. Nobody can call him because honorably he should have stepped aside. If he cannot step aside, Bajamila doesn't have immunity. What is the FCC doing? What is ICPC doing? Submit whether or not a petition has been submitted to you or not, you should swing into action, because we are talking about our commonwealth. We are talking about the image of the country. If El Rufai could be arrested, if the DSS can be pursuing El Rufai for phone tapping on account of national interest, then what of Bajaber Bimila? Somebody create a phantom ministry, put itself into the budget, navigate ways to the citizen, gather foreign national ambassadors, meet with anti-crime agency. Yet all this one does not call
in federal secretariat.
Yes, all this does not call for a thorough investigation. Heaven did not fall. So it's a continuation of what they have inherited, and that's what Nigerian budget for.
Okay, if you take a look at it, all attention of the federal or the federal security agencies and the federal government, especially the executive, has been focused on this particular individual, the Adeyemi guy. So now nobody's talking that they are not actually talking about the chief of army, the chief of staff to the president, because he has already named name. He has given us a name. So why is NSA, ICPC, the police, all attention is on that man of the head of the fictitious commission, and the attention is not on Badabia Miller? Why has nobody called or invited Badabia Miller for questioning, just as they did for the other guy? Because he has already mentioned Badabia Miller's name. And why has Badabia Miller not been questioned also?
Hey, there is. If you ask me, with all due respect, it's because of the narration, the type of government. They have regularly turned around to a Yoruba nationalist government, with all due respect.
Yeah.
The president, look at, if you say you want to try Badabia Miller now, from point A to the last point, all is going to be within the kinsman.
Yes, kinsman, yeah.
The president, he himself, IGP, EFCC, ICPC. At the end of the day, where do you go?
To the court.
It's where you go to seek redress. You are falling under his mandate.
Yes.
And that is more reason why even this Almajiri thing you are talking about, are you not surprised? Look at the state they mentioned, Ogun. And what states? 2 Yoruba states,
one Katsina.
And 1 Katsina state. Do you see Almajiri in? I just say it. Do you see Almajiri in Yoruba land? Do you see Almajiri in Igbo land? Or do you see Almajiri in Bayelsa, any of the south states? Almajiri is purely a northern thing. It's a pure northern thing. So if you are not diverting this is diversion of resources. We don't do respect. I must say it, because you are constructing roads for where there are no people. There is no Almajiri in this state you mentioned now, except with Katsina. Even you are talking about Almajiri,
are we going to have different road for Almajiri from us?
If you are talking
about, they want to have their own road.
No. So for ease of transportation for the Almajiri, down to the school.
Okay, Almajiri now is good. They want to now start trading Almajiri. So hence they have to create road
their own road for them.
For ease of access.
See, let me tell you what is happening in this country.
Yeah.
People are looking at what is happening. They are treating the issue with kid gloves. It will not be good, though.
Seriously.
Even if we don't pray for war, we don't pray for any uprising. Even if people agree to be patient and go to election, what the president must ask himself, before you, other tribes have ruled the country.
Sure.
Despite the fact they say there is lopsidedness of appointment in Buhari administration, it was never like
it
this.
Was not. This one is
Buhari did one appointment that shocked everybody. The appointment of Fashola shocked everybody. 3 ministry, 3 powerful ministry to compensate Tinubu. because that is what it's meant for, it's never for any interest of more than that. They came here soon. A lot of bigger ministries that will turn around the economy. We've been given to the Yorubas and other tribes. But now look at what you are doing. I am sure the Yorubas are not happy with what is happening. But what will you do? We have a lot of leaders in this country, ex-president, ex-whatever, but they rather keep him mute. So if people at that position can keep quiet, what do you say more of an ordinary Yoruba man who is not happy? He can only ventilate his whatever, but it doesn't go anywhere. So they too are not happy. Nobody is happy because we have one market, we have one school, we breathe the same air, we have one atmospheric condition. So one person is doing this in his own way. If I cannot stop him, you don't force a Yoruba man there who is an ordinary person like you. And at the end of the day, even look at it. If you want to do, digest the whole thing, do analysis. Yorubas can confidently tell you today that you, the Almajiris, you, the Hausas, are the one who caused this thing. We are analyzing issues, how it is. Look at the 8 million votes. Who gave overwhelming vote to Tinubu? The North. 6 million. Where he came from and other places gathered to give him 2 million votes. So you can now say Tinubu is Arewa's choice. They can confidently tell you that it is Arewa's choice. So at the end of the day, what Arewa having now? The only Almajiri that they call you, they insult you, call you Almajirini. The same Almajiri project is now taken back to where there is no Almajiri. So we have to, we are the architect of our own doom. We must begin to identify that, then provide solution. If we make a break and say to Kai, enough is enough, let's change for good. Let's stop collecting money to sell our conscience. Because at the end of the day, you have somebody coming to tell you, the position I bought it. So we are being bought. Who sell us? Then we need to ask ourselves, who sold us in the first place? If that person is coming to sell us for the second time, let's tell him no. Simple. Only then Nigeria can get to promised land.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Apaya, for that one. IG, thank you very much. And it will interest you to know that the DG of the Almajiri Commission is Dr. Muhammad Sani Idris from Yobe State.
It's just an appointment with an apron. You want to go to the kitchen, you put an apron so that it doesn't mess your kaya. But if you remove that apron, you see the real cloth go. As a cover up.
Okay, yes. All right, I think with that, we'll be taking it over to the phone lines this morning, as we'll also be reading out your messages on the Facebook page. Yeah, so you can hit us up on the number 0913-857-9001. Hello, good morning this morning. Okay, I think we lost that caller. We have Umar Dazimi saying the Nigerian youth should be ashamed of themselves, saying our old men closer to their graves, they use on our brain play, catch me if you can, kind of gift. When billions or trillions of dollars disappear, it means money meant for roads, hospitals and schools is gone. It also scares away honest businesses who want to invest in the country. Yes, exactly. Hello, good morning this morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Kazim. I'm calling from Bulgaria.
All right, welcome, Mr. Kabir. Go ahead.
Thank you very much for all your analysis and education and Nigerian at large. Hello?
We can hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But sorry, there is something that is a fault I've seen in most of your analysis.
Okay.
Stop adding Yoruba in all this your analysis. You stop it. And at the same time, you need to look, is there nothing good that the government is also doing? All it is all about, it doesn't come well. The Yoruba people that are listening to this program are not happy. That's the truth.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, let me ask.
Okay.
History never forgive or forgets. We have had a time in this country where they say a lot of things about Buhari. And we have no choice to say anything about House of Fulani. And
Yes, exactly.
The people ruling are ambassadors of Yorubas. You can't take it away.
You can't take it.
You can't deny Tinubu being a Yoruba man. All those positions you can't deny it. They are. So that is why we have parents. If something is happening, if they are not happy, they should call their children and talk to them. That's what is happening.
Exactly.
See, we are not sentimental. The way it's happened,
we say it.
You say it, and that is why it is history now. They have done the same thing to Buhari now. And Hausas couldn't say anything. Because some when they jamas zagi. So if you don't want your own son, you understand, to bring trouble with you, then caution him. That's it.
All right, I think that's clarification, and also that we haven't seen anything good. We've said the good things that the Tinubu government has done. Anytime we see a good thing that is being done, we always say it here.
And what more can you say about the election? We said the Yorubas. It's the reality now. This record till whatever reason come, it was there that during the election, it was overwhelming vote from the north.
Exactly. Exactly.
So if you are going to blame them, you blame who voted me to power. We do justice to all these things. So what, man? What?
Yes. And again, you said something, Mr. Apaya. We all go to the same market at the end of the day, so nobody is But let's leave it at that. All right. Away from that. And again, Mr. Apaya, I used to tell you this thing. You always say it's Yoruba people that Tinubu put there. But it's not somebody from my own village. It is his Lagos boys. It is his boys. It is his Lagos connect. He never carried any of my own village somebody. He never carried anybody. We are not feeling it. It is from his own particular clique that he's speaking from. You know,
Wale Soyinka, one of the very, very amplifying and resounding voice in the Yoruba land, respected to this moment. He have said so many other things about other leaders. Between you and your God, what is Wale Soyinka and his I say about this government? I am telling you, if I talk, is it not Yorubas? Is it not youths that end SSS in this country? Against the wish of the government of Buhari, they end SARS. If they want this thing to stop, let's have that solidarity voice. Keep shouting. See if the
no, but Mr. Paya, may I have a reservation on that one, particularly on this aspect. Now, the whole NSAS issue started from the west. There was no any issue of SARS in the north, so that was
there was.
There were minor cases
here and there, but it was not pronounced, and that is why they started it from the west. And that
but it's an ill in the government.
It is an ill in the government, and they started it, and the north didn't really key into that particular protest as at that time. Now, this is not me justifying anything, you understand? But again, this issue of Wale Soyinka, at least he said something about the president's son. It might not be enough, but he's not the only one.
It's not enough.
Fast father Falano has been talking day in, day out. Falano is always talking. Showore is a Yoruba man. He's always talking. He's always a logger. So don't worry yourself.
There are some strategic talks that we know. They shout. It's just a decoy. I'm telling you, they are just a decoy. Don't do respect.
See, Mr. Pai, let's remove this thing now. All seriousness. The shout that is coming out from the west and what is coming out from the north, can we quantify?
We can look. Okay, let's
be realistic.
Let me give Shani an example. Whether you like it or not, the Yorubas have the media in this country, and you know what media can do. Media can or make you. Just be looking at headlines as coming. If there is attack in the north, the similar attack in the south, just look at the headlines. I'll just leave you with that one. Just go and look at the headlines.
All right, let's take it to the headlines. Let's take it back to the phone. I beg your pardon. Hello, good morning this morning.
Good morning, Mr.
Yes, good morning this morning.
Zubairu Bala Umar from Padukwe.
All right, welcome, sir. Go ahead.
All right, thank you, sir. Please, I just want to say something about the last caller.
Okay.
That says that the station always talk about the bad things the government has been doing. Okay, please, can he tell us? We know they are doing some good things, but the bad one is more than the good things they are doing.
Okay.
And at least they have to tell the people the bad side of the government so that the people should be aware. Because most of the people didn't even understand what the government are doing. So it's through this media that people understand this is what government are doing. There is so many things that people will not even have about anything, but when they on their radio in the morning, that is when they will have many things that government are doing. So they have to tell Nigerians, this is what the government are doing. Look at the money that we didn't even know what they did with the money. Well, we have many things to do in Nigeria. We have many things to do with that money. Are you talking about education? Are you talking about health? What are you saying? So he's challenging you people that you people are saying bad things about the government. Okay, let him mention 20 people that 20 things that the government did.
Right.
We'll tell him that the government did not do it correctly.
Right.
Thank you, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. And I think, yes, if the government has done anything good that is on the paper, definitely we'll read it out and we'll talk about it. But everything you are seeing on the papers, everything we are saying here, it is not that we are the one that are bringing it. It is what we are seeing on the papers. All right, we have Ali Ali saying we elect a government that don't want to be accountable to anybody except themselves. All the agencies that are supposed to checkmate them have been bribed. And if citizens want to protest, they will bribe some groups to stage counter-protest. All right, hello, good morning this morning.
No, good morning.
Yes, good morning this morning.
I appreciate you guys for this wonderful discussion.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Engineer Hassan calling from Mina.
All right, welcome.
Frankly speaking, I must say I'm disappointed with this government. Because what we have been promised before election, it is not what we are seeing. Look at which amount of trillions of naira that is unaccountable. And the most funny thing is we have Robert Sam National Assembly. Like what IG says, this act is called for impeachment. But to my surprise, we have a very, very poor and inactive National Assembly. The case of this chief of staff, wallahi, this man should be very careful. Abba Kyari was more powerful than what he's doing now. But at the end, what happened? You can see what God did to him. So, Mr. Femi, be very careful. You should be very careful. You cannot carry people's money and you think you will go well. Thank you so much. I raise my case here.
Thank you, sir. All right, we have Ibrahim Saleh saying after 35 years of service, many Niger State retirees face distress from massive deductions to their gratuities, leaving families struggling instead of receiving deserved rest, healthcare, and full benefits. The appeal urges the Niger State government to investigate the pension board, identify and fix system failures, and promptly pay those yet to receive their entitlement. These elders, our parents and grandparents, deserve respect, support, and relief from hardship. Why Ibrahim Saleh says, I salute everyone in the studio. Happy New Week and happy International Kissing Day. Says this government's reform risk prioritizing short-term gains over nation building, extending basic education to 12 years, lack clear sustainable funding and implementation plans, replacing Adire and Ashoke with NYSC Kaki. No, they've said they are not doing that people misconstrued what he was saying. Says we must demand transparent funding, stakeholders consultation, and safeguards for NYSC structure and materials. Nigeria belongs to all, govern inclusively, protect institution, and act now for lasting national progress. Thank you for that one. And back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning this morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Yes, good morning this morning.
How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Mr. Baya, how's Mr. Baya?
I'm fine, sir.
My name is Malay Hayat from Practically.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Hayat.
So I want you to please air out this. Up to now, we have not heard anything about the tariff benefit.
About what?
The tariffs.
Okay.
The tariff gratuity. Some of the tariffs are dying silently. And we don't know where we are going, sir. But I want you to please just take action for us.
No problem. Inshallah, we believe the authority are listening and they do the right thing.
Yes, hopefully. All right, we have Comrade Ghana Jibri Twachiko saying, good morning, the People's Radio Station, Mina, Niger State. Wanna doing a good job, and I'm watching you live from the studio right now in Kaduna State. Which studio be that?
He's watching us inside the studio here.
Okay, live from Kaduna. Okay. Ali is saying, Diko land grabbing for mining. Hope very soon we won't hear insecurity and banditry activities in that locality. Yes, that is from Ali. Why Sani Babasani says, good morning to you all in the studio. I wish the best this morning. May God help you. Blessings, Badeggi Radio FM. I'm Sani Babasani. Thank you. Ibrahim Amechi Mohammed says, good morning, People's Radio and gentlemen in the studio. Up to now, no news from the American Army who came into this country with heavy equipment to combat bandits and terrorists, or those involved in Christian genocide as claimed by them. Abi they do another thing from waiting they come do, because the killings is higher now. Please tell our contractors to fear God. Some of the newly installed street lights are already dimming.
Mr. Ibile, Americans are already packing their load. They are already moving out. If you don't know, you should know now. They are already gone. They are gone.
All right.
Yes.
So whatever it is they came for, I think they were able to kill one of the top commanders of the ISIS and were able to cut away. I think like after that. Then maybe. All right, we have Mohammed Adamu saying about Badeggi Radio masses are listening to the best of all time. Please don't forget to help pensioners to the governor. Allah grants Baba and his family wishes. Amin. Marcus Michael says, good morning, Baba and the crew in the studio. I have a worrisome issue from DICO. Tanker explosion victims were not being attended to. Some are battling with treatment. After all, we had 200 million naira donation. Says native indigenous that vote for Mr. Governor overnight, grab farmers' lands, hand over to a make company for business. What's the fate of the future of DICO community at this trem? 95% of DICO people are farmers. Please, the government should have a rethink. Our ancestral land can't be taken away just for selfish interest. DICO community say no. Elections on the way. God bless you all in the studio, and Baba, continue the good work. All right, I think that is the much we can take on the program this morning. So real quick, a parting words, gentlemen.
Well, I want to appreciate our listeners for always staying right here. Thank you very much.
I want to say thank you for joining us. Tomorrow is another day. Let's do it again.
All right, a very big thank you to everybody. Until we come here again tomorrow with another outstanding edition of the program. Do stay tuned to Badeggi Radio 90.1 FM. As up next, it's time for the Badeggi Radio Link with Mr. Osman Apaya. So stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. Don't go nowhere.